is looking, like all like, oh my God, I just love you so much kind of thing, that's the video that you need to start with. And it shows you how being too nice to men is detrimental to everything that you're trying to do. It just really doesn't work for you. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Hold on a second. I'm having problems. We're having technical difficulties. I don't know why this keeps happening with my chats, my streams. YouTube is still down. Well, it was up a few minutes ago. People were having success. Well, anyway, okay, so this is my thing. Men like struggle love. They like it. Why do they like struggle love? Because they get a chance to chase and pursue and conquer and win, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to win you over. And even though, so every time when you ignore them and, don't pay any mind and cuss them out and all that stuff, see, to them, that's like a challenge. And they want to win. They want to win you over so that they can say, yeah, I got her kind of thing. That's some of that is what's at work. The other part of what's at work is, like Valerie Solanas says in her book, I don't know where I am. I'm just here at my house broadcasting, and wherever it's landing, I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know. But like Valerie Solanas says, deep down inside, every man knows that he's a worthless piece of shit. So when a woman treats a man like he's a worthless piece of shit, what does that do? It validates his belief in himself that he is a worthless piece of shit. And so he is grateful for that, because now he doesn't have to worry about what he is, because it's proven by the way that she talks to him and treats him that what he thinks about himself is absolutely factual, and that he is a worthless piece of shit. Twitch fell out. Oh my God. Everything is just like, oh, fucked up. I might have to stop doing so many. I might have to do some like regular videos until they get this straightened out. So, that's essentially what it is. And I also think, and even though this may sound weird, if you really think about it, um, how men stalk women and stuff, that's kind of the same thing. If you look at me, even though it's harmful and this and that, but the mentality of I'm gonna win, she's gonna like me, how dare she reject me, all this kind of stuff, it's kind of the same thing. The woman is saying, no, I'm not interested in what you talking about, sir. Get the fuck away from me. You smell, you stink, you ugly, you broke, you dumb, you dusty, whatever's the thing that she don't want to be bothered with him. So he's gonna insist, right? He's got to win. He's got to convince her that he is the one that she needs. And so he just goes to a different level with it, and it's technically called stalking, but it's actually the same mentality that we were just talking about. It started a new stream. What? It did? Okay, I'm gonna have to edit and then upload a new video. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I'm just so through. I think it did on YouTube, started a new stream. Well, as long as it started, I mean, as long as it's recording and it's up there, I don't know. You guys can participate and whatever. Okay, so that's what I have to say about your question, young lady. You want to know how to be that kind of woman? What is it that makes you think that you need to invest all your love and attention and care for dudes that you just dating? That's husband shit. You don't do that for some motherfucker you just going out with. You give them a small piece of yourself, and that's it. You cut it off. You don't be worried too much worried about them. You don't be focusing on what they need and what they like and all this kind of stuff. You focus on what you like. And if he's not giving you what you like, then fuck him. Get him next him. Get somebody else. I don't understand you guys be putting all this attention on men and worrying about what they think and what they like and what they want and all this old stuff. Dusty fools. You better worry about yourself. I don't know what to say. I'm just going to be doing my show and Wherever it lands, that's fine with me. All right, we on question number 6. How many of these things do I have? Let me see here. We're going to be here for a minute. Oh my God, 12 again. The mac and cheese part. Wasn't that hilarious? Okay, question number 6. I've noticed some strange things about my boyfriend over the past month or so that have really begun to bother me, and I wanted to check whether or not I was crazy before confronting him and to get some advice on how I should go about confronting him. You know what's so sad? These young girls, they don't trust themselves. Did you notice that? They don't trust themselves. They're always looking for validation and support that what they're thinking and feeling is all right to think and feel. It's really interesting to me. So she says he has, number one, suddenly lost interest in our anniversary and said we don't need to get gifts or celebrate this year. Usually he gets excited about those things. It feels weird that this year he doesn't care at all. Number two, usually when we see each other, he is falling asleep by 9:30. However, he recently started staying up later to play video games when I leave, or even once when I was there. I also play the same game, but he never asked me to play it with him. I have to ask. Number three, he used to go to the gym every day after work, but he stopped recently and goes straight home. He says he does it so he can play that game, but I don't think he always plays a game when he gets home. As of tonight, this is point four, he added a password to his phone that has been set up for fingerprints forever. When we first started dating 3 years ago, he insisted he wanted me to add my fingerprint to his phone so I could unlock it. I was indifferent about sharing passwords, but I shared mine too, and that's how our relationship has been since the beginning. Tonight he said to go message our group chat for him to use his phone, but when I picked it up, he had added that lock to it. He gave me some weird excuse about the fingerprint lock not working for his finger anymore, so he changed it. He didn't, however, volunteer to tell me the new pattern, and I didn't ask for it. I'm coming off of one of the best stretches of our relationship I can remember having. I don't know why, but I just feel discontent with him. And the things above happened, and now I'm a little on edge. My gut says something is up, but I don't want to drag all this out and damage our relationship and make it seem like I don't trust him. What? You don't trust him? I mean, what are you talking about? He's giving you reason not to trust him. He's acting suspect as all hell. We know this is the thing about it. No matter how young you are, men don't understand how connected women are to them emotionally. I've said this before. When you are, emotionally attached to a guy, it's just like how women are attached to their child. You can tell what's wrong with your baby by the way the baby cries, by the way the baby breathes, the grunting sounds the baby makes. You know, oh, it's constipated, it's got gas. Something must be, something's bothering it. It must be diaper rash. It needs a bath. I mean, it's something, it needs to be picked up. You know these things innately because you're that in tune with that little being. And women get that in tune with the man they love too. And men can't understand that shit to save their life. So, girlfriend, you need to trust your gut. Your gut is telling you what's up with this. Your dude is tipping. That's what's going on. That's why he's not you don't want to celebrate no anniversary and all that stuff. He's planning to break up with you. And that's why he doesn't want you to be getting too wrapped up in this anniversary because about you ain't going to have it. That's what I'm thinking. But you notice the difference in behavior. That's always a warning sign. And you need to pay attention to it. Don't run from it. That's the worst thing that you could do is be a coward. Sit him down and say, I noticed this, and this. And together those things are telling me that you're on your way out of this relationship. So, why can't you be man enough and just tell me? I mean, we had 3, 4 good years together. I mean, that's good. That might be enough. And not every relationship goes to marriage and, to the end. And that's fine. But, you need to be a man about your shit and stop doing this little passive aggressive, little whiny bullshit corner cutting stuff. That makes me lose respect for you. And once I lose respect for you, I have no reason to be here. So I'm going to go now and you call me when you're ready to man up and tell me what is going on with you. And then we'll, take steps accordingly. But for now, I'm going to get all my shit out your house because I can see the handwriting on the wall. That's what you do. Stop running from it. Not man up, woman up. Be a G about your shit. You don't let some man back you in the corner. You sitting there cowering in fear. You already know what's about to happen. Just face it. Get it over with. The faster you get it over with, the sooner you can go on to somebody else. I'm looking like the police. That's right. Although there's no police that look this fly. You know this. But it's hat season. Those of you who don't might not know this, I love hats. I have about 50 hats, and they're all different, and I love them. Different colors, different styles, and I just love hats. So now that it's cold enough for me to wear my hats, I'm gonna be breaking them out. I'm gonna be wearing a new one in every video when I remember. All right. Yeah, these dudes act well. They're scared. He doesn't want to hurt her, but so he's doing this passive aggressive thing. You know, just very passive, and and then he's gonna blow up, and that's gonna be his reason why they have to break up. But I want her to do the preemptive strike and chill on that. You chilled a nice bottle of red. There you go. That's what you do. All right, question number 7. We knocking them down. We've been together for 3 years and 8 months. Do you notice how always the time that they've been together is always so important to these girls? We've been together for a year. We've been together for 3 years. We've been together for 4 years. I mean, I guess it matters sometimes, but not really. Not that I know of, Terry. I don't, not that I know of. But yeah, I wrote her a whole letter about that thing. I wrote Tammy Dollar a whole open letter that's on my one of my blogs because I was so through with her about that way he handled that teenage girl. That rubbed me the wrong way. All right, question number 7. We've been together for 3 years and 8 months. He has never spent Christmas with me. His situation is a little complicated because his parents are divorced. So out of the 3 Christmases that happened during our relationship, he spent one with his mother and her family and live in another city. The other one he spent it with his dad. And the last one he spent it with his mother and stepdad. He lives with them, but she doesn't really care for Christmas, but they spend it with his stepdad's family who does. Okay, so then she talked about how he promised and that she's bummed because he has a strange relationship with his mother. She's cold. She won't drive him anywhere. She won't buy him a car. How old is this chap that he'd been dating somebody for 3 years and 8 months and he can't buy his own car? She didn't tell me the age. She's cold and she don't take care of him. Why should she need to take care of a grown? See, my thing is this: if you got a boy, you got a man in your young man in your house, and he's fucking, that's not a child no more. So he needs to have a fucking job. He needs to have like some shit to do with himself. He needs to be having some serious chores. If he wants a car, a phone, anything else, he needs to be buying it himself with the income that he earns. Because see, once you take that step and you start fucking, you're not a kid no more. That's my rule. So once you do that, then you don't get nothing from me like a child would get from me because you're not a kid no more. So, she's talking about how she does all the stuff for him and her family does all the stuff for him. We drive and pick him up whenever he needs us to and all this old stuff. So, see, no. And I realize it's not the same. His family are still his family no matter what. But it hurts me that after all this time, he hasn't spent this important holiday with me. And it seems he would not spend it with me this year either, or maybe any others. What do I do? Does this mean he isn't very committed to me? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It means that he is in a tight situation, and it also means that you need to stay in your envelope. Let me explain something to you right here, right now. Your ass is merely the girlfriend. Okay, you could be switched out tomorrow. As a matter of fact, in ten minutes, you could be switched out. So what you talking about? You trying to have like wife privileges, and you ain't shit but a girlfriend. And not only is like you not doing all this stuff for him, your parents is doing it. So I don't know what their deal is too, because if this is just your daughter's boyfriend, you're not supposed to be doing all that shit for your daughter's boyfriend, who could be switched out in the next 10 minutes. So I don't understand how people do these situations. I just don't get that. I'm not doing all that shit. I mean, like, I might make my daughter's boyfriend like a pie. I'm making some sweet potato pies or something. I'll make him a pie. But I'm not going to be driving nowhere to drive you around. What the fuck I look like? Driving Miss Daisy? No. You take Uber, you take BART, you take a bus, you take a hitchhike, you walk, you ride your skateboard. I don't care how you get there, but don't be looking for me to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not a chauffeur. Okay? And it's like, I barely even drive my daughter around. She be calling, telling me, can I give her a ride out to? Nope. I'm not doing that. You make it happen. And so, people have to learn when you're an adult, you're independent. You don't look for other people to do stuff for you all the time. You do shit by yourself for yourself. That's what makes you a man. So right now, this is a boy She's a girl, and she's trying to pitch fits, bitch fits like she's a wife, and having all these demands on him. He doesn't ever have to spend a holiday with you, ever, never, because you're not his wife. And so you need to learn that difference. Stay in your envelope. Go over there, spend it with your family, and let him spend it with his family, and then that's that. And it's like even when you're married, you have to negotiate these things because like what we would do, we would switch off. Like one year Thanksgiving would be with my family, Christmas would be with his. The next year Thanksgiving was his and Christmas was with mine. So we kept switching. And that's how we did things. But people gonna work out, whatever they want to do. And then one year I decided I didn't want to go be bothered with nobody, and so we stayed at home, just the three, me and the baby and him. I made dinner. We had Cornish game hens for Thanksgiving, and I made Christmas dinner. And I was like, I'm not going nowhere. The people would come by and stuff, but I didn't feel like it. Well, I don't know if he's using them. They're putting themselves in a position to be used, you know, because they can say no, and they're not saying no. So they feel like they're doing the right thing because that's their daughter's boyfriend. But see, my thing is that people get confused about what's a boyfriend and what's a husband, and they start blurring lines, and so they have these demands and expectations of someone who does not have that role and that responsibility in their life, and they have all these unreasonable, unrealistic expectations. And so that's why I want her to understand, you need to stay in your envelope, girlfriend. You are the girlfriend, and that's all you are. And he don't have to spend no holidays with you. Blood is thicker than water, and right now you ain't even water. You just like dew or something. Girlfriends are just nothing, you know. At least fiancés and wives are something a little more, but you ain't even ranking right now. His parents are divorced. That's what I said at the top of the letter. His parents are divorced. His mother's remarried. His dad's remarried. They got their own families, and that's why he splits up. He splits up. All right, question number 8. Oh my God, this is just taking forever. I'm 22. I have been dating my 23-year-old boyfriend for almost 2 years. Damn, these supposed to be like in long relationships to be so young. What was I doing at that age? Flying around with my friend who was a flight attendant. Last year, I found texts between him and his female friend of 10 years from middle school. Oh, wow. He had told her that he liked her butt and asked for a picture. She sent him one wearing tiny little tight shorts. I left after telling him it's not okay and how I felt. He said it was wrong. He didn't mean it and doesn't feel that way about her. She feels that way about him though, and he still talks to her. She lives states away and comes to visit her family where we live, and when I asked if he will see her, he said probably. I had asked if he was attracted to her, and he said people find people attractive. That's just how it is. I get that, but the fact is he still talks to her after what he said, and she sent him a picture, and they still talk. He says he doesn't talk to her often, but he can't let go of a friendship for so long. I'm obsessed with this whole thing. He can't stop thinking that she wants him for more than a friend, and she sends him pictures I don't know about, or that they are planning on meeting up when she visits. He gets mad at me whenever I bring it up because he said that was the only time it ever happened and it won't happen again. Okay. Yes, please thumbs up. Please like. Please share. Especially now that I keep losing people in the stream. Me and YouTube. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say to you, honey. You 22 years old and you've been with this fool for 2 years. How many more years are you gonna waste with your life with somebody who's stupid? Because what he was, the fact that that he asked her for a picture and he said he liked her butt. Okay, he's as much of a willing participant. You say he doesn't like her, but she likes him. No, they like each other. Okay, and you're over there throwing a fit and acting a fool about it, right? I mean, rightly so. You feel disrespected and threatened and all this stuff. But what you have to do as a woman, and I know this is hard for you guys to do, what you have to do when you see that your man is disrespecting you, disrespecting your relationship, lying and playing games with you, and trying to involve another woman in your relationship, or in some cases, like we have heard lately, another man, then you have a decision to make. That's not the relationship that you signed on for. So why are you still in it? Why are you arguing with him about it? Why are you fighting and fussing and going all crazy and stuff when you already know what's on what the handwriting's on the wall? So it's like, he's known this woman all this time. Who knows what kind of relationship they had before she had to move away? But obviously something is up, because it's not normal for a man who is just a quote friend to say that he likes your butt and to send him a picture of it. That's not normal. That's somebody who wants to be fucking. So whether they already did, or they're going to start back, or they just haven't done it yet, but this is the setup for it, whatever the situation is, it doesn't involve you, and it involves you getting cheated on or lied to or played games on. So what you need to do is woman up and say to him, this whole situation leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. This is not the kind of relationship that I want to have. I want a boyfriend who doesn't ask girls for pictures of their butts and says, that he likes other women's butts. I don't want that kind of boyfriend, because that's a boyfriend who is inviting bullshit into our relationship. And since that's what the kind of shit that you like to do, I can see now that this is over, and I'm gone. I don't want to be bothered with you or her or any of this bullshit anymore. And then that's what you do. But see, a lot of you too scared. You're too scared because you feel like, well, I love him though. I love him. Well, I'm gonna do it because I love him. And so you stay in a situation and you get dogged and dogged and dogged and dogged until you catch them in bed, and then you get dogged some more, and then you write me talking about, I can't believe he was do this to me. He's already showing you what kind of bullshit, what game, what bullshit train he's on right now. And you need to get off the train and send him on his way. Now, you need to find the courage to do it. I can't tell you that. I just gave you some clues to get you on that path. The one who's going to have to take those steps, though, is you. That's just trifling. As soon as I saw my boyfriend asking for some pictures of saying I like your butt, send me a picture of your booty, I would have broken with him on the spot. We wouldn't even had to send this letter unless I was telling you what I already did. But it's like, you're not gonna disrespect me like that. As this shit is over. You a fucking clown. And I can't believe I wasted 2 years of my life on your clown fucking dusty ass. Ugh. They love the idea of it. Well, they love probably how he was, before he decided he was going to show his true colors. They love that. And then these dudes change. I mean, but that's what happens. That's why I tell people not to get in serious relationships when they're in their 20s like that. And definitely don't get married. That is the era of change, where people try to figure out who and what they are, how they're placed in the world. They finish in school, they're starting careers. There's so much change that you have to go through in that age, that decade of life. It doesn't make sense to get in a serious relationship like this. At 20 years old, she's only 22 now, and she all caught up in this stuff. I'm telling you, don't do that to yourself. You young girls who's in this age group, do not do that. Do not. Date around. Don't be all serious about these dudes. You get 28 or so, then you can be serious. But she only 20, 21, 22, and she all stuck on this fool and all fucked around about him and this other girl. Okay, question number 9. We mowing them down. Oh, why do so many women curse at us men for no reason at all when we will just try to start a normal conversation with them? It is sad that most of the women these days are very horrible when you try to start a normal conversation with them, since I have been cursed at for just saying hello to this woman that I thought at the time would have been nice to me. Well, I was certainly wrong on that one, which makes me believe that most of the women nowadays are a complete psycho today, unfortunately. I know a friend that this happened to him as well, and he even said that to me. What the hell happened to these women today? We didn't even do anything wrong to get cursed at, which I believe that these women are psychopaths nowadays, or gay, since they really do have a problem with many of us, quote, good men. I can't stand these kind of dusties. Yeah, I know, just dusty. Just fumes and whole dust clouds emanating from his presence. Dude, let me explain something to you. You know why you got cursed at? Because you was probably the 100th motherfucker that day that got on her face talking about hi, with that tone. See, y'all talk, you had this slick ass tone in your voice. You don't just say hello like you would say to some old woman. You say it like, hey, hi. This sleazy, just greasy way that you talk to women. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. We already know what time it is. We already know what you're trying to do. And it's like, you don't know what's going on in this woman's life. I've said this before in at least a dozen videos, but I have to say it again because it's in response to the letter. Um, you don't know what's going on in her life. She could have just somebody could have just died. She could have just got fired. Her kid could be sick at daycare. She's on her way to pick him up. Maybe she's on the way to a job interview. You don't know what's going on in her life. You don't know why she was upset. You don't know what button you pressed. But because you decided that she was someone that you wanted to meet, she was supposed to respond the way that you wanted her to. And for that, I'm going to tell you, kiss the inside of my ass. Nobody's obligated to respond to you any kind of way because you ain't paying them. Okay, you're walking down the street and letting your dick pick women for you. That's what you're doing. You liked what you saw, and so you wanted to quote meter. Let women go about on the way on the street doing what the fuck they're doing without you interrupting them. You always want to get in front of people and block their path, so they have to either go around you or stop because otherwise, because other people are coming and they can't get through. So you blocking their path and interrupting their life and interjecting yourself into their world, unwanted, unliked, undesired, and uninvited. And then you demand to know why you get cursed out. It's a miracle. Women don't go up and down the street just cursing you just on sight. That's where it's going to end up. Yes, the inside. Pull the cheeks apart. Just go way deep up in there. But I'm just like, this just makes no damn sense. And just like you did what you said, you don't do anything wrong. You did do something wrong. You bothered her. Okay, because you decided you wanted to say hello, that doesn't mean that she wanted to say hello back. It doesn't mean that you had any right to say hello to her. It doesn't mean she wants to meet you. She might have a man already, but you don't care about any of that. All you care about is the fact that you wanted something from her and she didn't give it to you. And so now she's a psychopath or she gay or you a good man. You're not, you're a knucklehead because nobody goes up and down the street trying to holler at women on the street. That's what low-class ghetto hood rat motherfuckers do. If you had any class about you, you would know better than to do that. Just trifling. Just low class and dusty. Y'all know, don't nobody want to talk to your dusty ass. I'm telling you, just walking up and down the street and see a dusty. Fuck you, dusty motherfucker. Oh, there's another one. Just because. So, I'm like thinking, that's normally women don't just start cussing at people. So that's why I know you did something. You either looked at her crazy or you said something in that greasy tone of voice, even though you might have said hello. It's the way you said it that rubs her the wrong way. That grease and shit coated with dust. Because grease attracts dust. And then y'all just greasy and dusty. Hi. Hey, Miss Lady. Can I get you on, can we talk for a minute? Greasy, 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 just nasty. Don't nobody want to talk to you. Leave women alone. Oh, my God. I don't know. It's like, ugh. They make me itch. I see some of them, I have to take the bus because my car is wrecked up and I refuse to rent one. I'm cheap. So I, just taking the bus where I need to go. And it's fine because, I'm in this big city and there's buses everywhere. Girls, honey, there's just dusties all over the bus. Why is every motherfucker who get on the bus smell like weed? Every one of them. They smell like weed and their hair is fucked up. Their pants are sagging. They got their asses out. I'm like, where don't young men dress anymore? They just look like clowns. Just walking up and down the street with that penguin walk. That walk because their pants about to fall off. As they do that stiff leg peg walk. And they're doing that. And they're walking around. And then one dude, he puts his wet umbrella in the middle of the aisle. There's all these old people trying to walk because it's raining here today. And he put this thing on. I'm like, young man, can you move your umbrella? Really? Seriously? You see them old people coming with walkers and shit, and this is what you think is appropriate? What if one of them old people slips and falls because you left your wet umbrella in the middle of the aisle? Why did you do that? And then he just looked at me. Because he wasn't going to say nothing because, you start thinking about their mom or something. And, these are little, 14, 15 years old. I'm probably like grandmother age for them. So they don't say nothing. They just look at me all kind of crazy. But he moved it. He moved it. But I'm like, you got to think. And it's like sometimes these parents, they had these kids so young, they don't teach their kids anything. Probably because they don't know themselves because nobody taught them. They're having these babies at 15. You know what I mean? They're still babies themselves. So they don't have any kind of social graces at all. And they don't think about anything. So he just sitting down on the bus and it's like, they sit in the seat where the old people, signs big as day says, reserved for seniors and handicapped. So, so I'm going to Bart, and this little Asian girl, she's sitting in the old seat, and here comes this old black lady who needs a seat. So she tells the girl to get up, and the little girl didn't want to get up. She started trying to act like she don't speak English. Me and this other sister grabbed her. She grabbed one side, I grabbed us. We yanked her ass up out that seat and helped the old lady sit down. And what was she gonna do? Because everybody was looking at her. She would have got her ass beat. You going through East Oakland, you can't do no kung fu in a crowded BART car, but we could stomp your ass. You're not going to mistreat some senior black woman like that. Get your little narrow ass up. Trying to pretend like you can't speak English. We put the snatch on that bitch so fast. And it was like we didn't even say anything. We just looked at each other. And then I grabbed her right side and she grabbed her left side. And we yanked her bitch up out that seat. And they don't weigh nothing. So she went flying. And so we set the old lady down in the seat. So, I'm like, see, this is just like these, even the kids, all the kids, all the races of young men is dusty, as far as I'm concerned. They just don't have no home training. You see pregnant women and stuff, old people, and they just keep sitting in the seat. Don't even give them no seat. Every time when I was pregnant with my daughter, the only people who gave me a seat were women. I would be standing right there, young white men, black men, they didn't give no fucks. They just sat there and try to act like they was asleep. All the women could see that I was pregnant and they would get up and give me a seat. So, I'm just like, and my daughter's in her 20s now, so this is not a new thing. But I'm like, these motherfuckers here, just trifling. So if you got sons, we need to set up some kind of mother training program for these boys because no, you cannot teach them to be a man fully, but what you can do is teach them to be a decent fucking human being. And, with some idea of what manhood is, but you can't like demonstrate it for them, but you can tell them. Now they have to watch other men to see it, executed. But every woman has the ability to teach her son to be a good, strong, upstanding, righteous man. And I don't believe anything else when they say that. Yeah, we lift that little bitch up and flew her ass up out that seat. Something just went through me. Because she was speaking fine on her phone until the old lady got there. Now suddenly she can't speak English. She only could speak Cantonese or whatever the fuck she was speaking, Mandarin, whatever. And so she got her ass snatched up out that seat. I bet you her ass won't do that again. There's something about white people and eight that be on BART. They want to act stupid. So they always getting crushed by the black folks. All right. So question number 10. Over the past few years, my husband has slowly declined and is now at a point which I think is a pretty low one. We met 5 years ago. We have been married for 2. We actually met online, so I moved across the country to be with him. Oh, first mistake. Up until we got married, our relationship was full of adventure and travel. We were always doing something fun. He was always making me laugh. To be honest, I was a pain in the ass and I was quite high maintenance and hard work. But over time, I relaxed and put those down to insecurity. Just before we got married, he sold his house so that we could buy a new one together. But that's where the problem started because we moved in with his parents. My husband then quit his job to study a degree online. Since then, there has been a slow decline. We still have not bought a house. I'm supporting him. He is in a deep sleep coma most of the day. He wakes at night to study and play games or eat, but that's it. He rarely leaves the house. I'm not a person who can stay in a lot. I like to keep busy. I feel so lonely in this marriage. I have tried talking to him about it, but he just says he is tired from schoolwork. But I know moms who work full time, have 3 children, and study full time, so I don't get it. I've personally never studied for a degree, so I don't know the workload it entails, but the people I have spoken to said that that's insulting. His parents have never commented on his behavior. They go to work and let him get on with it. I'm at my wit's end. You married a bum. That's what you did. So he had a house, so I guess he sold his house, so that's the money that he's living on now. And why, if you quit your job, do you need to study a degree online? If you're not working, you can get your ass up and go to the college and go to the real classes. You don't need to study online. This is a bum. You got tricked, girlfriend. You got tricked. I don't know what assets you brought along, but you supporting him and all this old shit. Where's his money from selling his house? He can live off of that. So what you need to do, okay, first of all, one thing that you did not answer here is how long he's supposed to be doing this school thing, because all these programs end, right? So it would have been helpful for you to tell me, well, he's been studying for this long and he's got 6 more months, a year, he'll whatever. You didn't say anything about that. Why isn't he working, or is he working? I guess not, because you said he sleeps all day, so he's not working. You're the ones working and supporting him. What you need to do is sit down with him and tell him, I didn't move across the country for this. This is not the idea of the marriage that I had in mind. And I want to know what you plan to do about it. And you have 30 days. At the end of that 30 days, if you have not made some significant changes in the way that you're handling yourself and handling our relationship, I'm gone. Because I refuse to be here. I'm not going to be supporting a grown man who's just to sit on his ass and play video games and sleep all day. I'm not going to do that. And this is not the kind of relationship that I signed on for. This wasn't what we had before, but now you want to do a bait and switch. Think because I'm married to you that I can't get on and get up out of here. I got news for you, Holmes. I will be the fuck gone. So during this next month, don't support his ass. Don't buy shit to feed him. Don't do nothing. Make his parents do it. This is they love him so fucking much. Put your money in the bank because you're gonna need it to move out and go back where you came from. That's what you need to do. Fuck him and fuck his old dusty ass codependent fuck up parents. They know they fucked him up. That's why they did not saying nothing. You know, useless ass son. Well, they got married. She said they got married, so that's why she moved across the country. But as soon as she got there, he sold the house so they could buy one together. But then they moved in with his mother, because usually, to sell a house, there's some you got to look for a house, and or even if you did put in a bid on one, you got to go through the whole escrow process and all that stuff. So I mean, there's gonna be some crossover time where you need to be somewhere else. And so I'm sure his parents thought it was gonna be a temporary thing. They had no idea it was gonna be like setting up camp there. All right, question number 11. Yeah, I couldn't stand. Every single man up in here, I would have had to cuss out or leave. One or the other, probably both. Question number 11. I left the mother of my child for someone else. Wait, what? What? My ex waited for me to come back during the 10 years without dating anyone. What? I rarely took care of my daughter. Oh my God, dust cloud. After 10 years, my baby mama met another man. It started with long months of friendship before they fell in love, got married, and had a son. Her moving on made me realize that I wanted to be a father, and my baby mama has always been the love of my life, which forced me to dump the woman I cheated on her with 14 years ago. But it is only the relationship with my teen that has gotten better. That baby mama never talked badly about me. In fact, she felt indifference toward me. If at least she were angry, but she didn't feel anything for me anymore. Oh, that's the worst. When a woman feels nothing, indifference, man, it's over. She moved on 4 years ago, but I still can't get over her. I have been treated for depression. No other woman can be compared to her, even though I have tried dating. I tried making her jealous, but she no longer cares about me, so it didn't work. She is happy with her new family. My daughter and I are getting closer, though, but that's good. My baby mama and I've had a love at first sight, whereas her husband and her fell in love after many months of spending time together. I know that she is married with a 3-year-old son, but if she divorced her husband, he could move on. How to get my ex back? Any magical spell? Motherfucker, do I look like my name is Miss Cleo? What you writing me with this talking about a magical spell for? Yeah, I got a magical spell. Dinka dinka dunk, kiss your own ass. That's what you need to do. How you gonna sit up here and talk about she was the love of your life? Nobody else compares and all this stuff, and then you dogged her out. You dogged her. And you went with some other woman. You didn't help take care of the kids. She waited for you for 10 years. And you dogged her out for 10 years. And you have the nerve to write to me and ask how you can get her back in that trick bag with a fucker who dogged her out. She got herself a husband who's about something. She's married. She got her a little son. And she got her daughter with you. And she ain't thinking about your trifling, dusty ass. She has moved the fuck on. And I want to give her a round of applause for that. Yeah, asking me for a magical spell. I'm like, what? Now, this is a first. I have never, in all my almost 30 years of doing this, have had somebody ask me for a spell. Now, I don't have no juju. Shit, if I had some juju, I would be using it on YouTube right about now. I'm like, she don't feel nothing for you. Why should she? She's done. Women, and I try to get guys to understand this. Women fall out of love with you a little bit at a time. A little, because they keep hoping that you're going to get your shit together. So she just a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, and still holding on to hope, keeping hope alive that you're going to wake up and realize how you fucked up and just fix things. She just just hoping that you get your shit together because she loves you that much. But little bit, year by year, you dogged her. You take care of your kid. She was disgusted with you. Kid was hurt. She had to, the child was hurt. She's watching the child be hurt. She's resenting you and hating you more and more and falling out of love. You did that. Okay, little by little, you did that. And so it got to the point now where she moves, she's moved on. And so it's over for you. And you talking about if she divorced him, he could move on. She's not going to get a divorce. And even if she did, she wouldn't get back with you. So what are you talking about? You're delirious. You're confused. You're not going to get your ex back. Remember what I said, you guys, about how men love the first woman that they love them forever? I told you. Even though he acting stupid, he's going to be stupid about this woman forever. It's just really unfortunate. But that's what you get. You fucked up. Hey, new subscriber. Welcome to the fold. This is our Tuesday, the Tuesday fuckery show. That's, oh my God. All right. And this is the last letter of the day. This is What the Fuck Tuesday. Everyone has been here laughing and enjoying these crazy letters. At least when you could get on YouTube, you was laughing and enjoying it. YouTube has fucked me over once again. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, this dude, it's sad in a certain sense, because I would figure that they were probably young and he was stupid and, he just thought he was all of that and he didn't place any value on the love that he had with this woman. That's unfortunate because a lot of men are like that. They don't understand intangibles. They don't understand the things that they can't see, like love, devotion, fidelity. Since they can't see it, they can't hold it, they can't spend it, it's not in their wallet, they can't drive it, they can't eat it. So to them, it's like an invisible thing that doesn't really have any real value. And they don't understand the value that it has until they don't have it anymore. That is the classic way that men finally get a fucking clue. But every time they do, it's too late. It's too late. And then they walk around being bitter and angry men talking about women ain't shit and but don't forget the part that you made all that happen. Now you did that. Remember that. So don't be mad at her for moving on. Be mad at yourself because you did that. You cheated on her and then you didn't take care of your child because you was mad. You wanted to show her that you could just, do what you want to do. And this cost you. Now, the rest of your life, you're going to regret this, and you're going to be some old dude in a nursing home by yourself. Your daughter might come and see you and bring your grandchildren if you guys can maintain this relationship. But she's gone. She's never coming back. And the way that you are, you're never going to find anybody that you're going to love like that anymore because you realize what a fool you were. And it's a wrap. But that's what you get. Okay, and the last question number 12. I have been with my boyfriend for 11 months. So we are approaching our 1-year mark. See how they always do that? They always want to tell me how long they've been together, like that matters. I have known him for 8 years, though. So it's not like this is all new for us or anything. Our relationship has been very rocky the whole time because he has a small child with an ex of 7 years. So what, the kid is 7? What you trying to say? He was been an ex 7 years? I don't understand. Well, during our relationship, he chose to stay the night at her house a couple of times, leaving me at home. Well, me, thinking like every other woman out there, my thought was he is cheating on me. So I went out and had a little fling myself. When he found out, he became unglued. But after 6 months, we have gotten past that. Recently, he has been lying to me a lot and going over to her house again. I follow him and he doesn't know it. When I ask him about it, he lies and tells me he was only there for a few minutes to see his daughter, when in fact it's more like an hour. He fights with me about it whenever I bring up my feelings, but it's okay that he's always telling me that I'm doing wrong. I'm to the point where I'm not trusting him anymore. He won't discontinue the relationship with his ex. I believe it would be strictly a mother/father relationship, nothing more. He won't tell me where he's going, won't answer my calls or texts when he leaves. And after all of this, I still love this man. Why? Because you're a dummy. How do I get him to see that he is hurting me? He sees that he's hurting you. He doesn't give a fuck. I'm afraid to lose him. Too late. Don't be afraid of what's already happened. I bend over backwards doing everything in the house for him. Dumb. I honestly cater to this man. Dumber. And I enjoy it. Dumbest. But I know that when he is not home with me, he is talking to her on the phone or at her house, and I am so hurt. I cry every day, and he just doesn't understand how much it bothers me. I need some advice, please. Okay, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told this other lady a few weeks ago. Take this hand, rotate it around the backside of your body as far as you can go. Just keep going, and then you go whack and slap yourself as hard as you can, and then repeat. That's what you need to do because you're being dumb. There's no reason for you to be this stupid and to be, thinking that your tears are going to have any impact. This man can't stand you. I don't know why you, I mean, I think he's only sticking around because he wants to hurt you. He's doing it intentionally. And you're a masochist, so you're sitting there letting him do it. And it always calms me, cracks me up when you guys be like, how do I get him to see? And he doesn't understand. They do understand. Why do you think these guys are so stupid that they don't understand what's going on? How could he not, how could he misinterpret your tears and all of this stuff? He's fully aware of what's going on. It just amazes me that they do that. They always do that. Say he doesn't understand. He understands. He doesn't give a fuck. That's the part that you just don't want to accept. He doesn't care about you anymore. He doesn't. He does. I mean, it's just over. What you would do is find yourself a place to live and move out. That would be your best bet. Just let him or tell him to go on over there with her, because that's really, and you keep the apartment, change the locks and all of that. But that's essentially what it is. It's time for you to move on with your life. This is a man who gives no fucks about you and is sticking around merely for the entertainment value of watching you be in pain. It's making him feel good. And the more he can hurt you and the more you cry, the better it makes him feel. That's what's going on with your quote relationship. So I hope you understand because this is a nightmare. Yeah, he's doing it on purpose. He's paying her back. This is even though he's the one who started it though, see. But they don't ever think about that. They only think about what you did. So he cheated, she retaliated by cheating, and so he lost his marbles. And so now what he's doing is getting her back for cheating. See, he can't get her back that well if they break up. He needs her to still be there so he can dog her out again and 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 again. Every time she cries, he feels good. Every time she starts, sniveling and asking him, why are you doing that? Why are you treating me like this? His chest just buffs out. He feels positively just like glorified while watching that. That's what is going on. That's all it's doing. He can't, no, it's not a hypocrite. That's how men think. That's not hypocritical. It's just not. He cheated, she cheated, but what he's gonna do is punish her for cheating. That's what's going on. So she dumb, so she don't want to punish him for cheating on her. I service him, I cook for him, I clean, I do bend over backwards for him, I do everything for him in the house, all this other stuff, right? He's not doing any of that. He's over there fucking some other bitch because he's trying to hurt you, and you over there giving him services like he's still madly in love with you. So he knows you dumb. He just gonna dog you out until you finally wake up and get a clue and then move on with your life. But until you make that move, he's gonna dog you out over and over and over and over and over and over because you stay there and you take it. I'm telling you, they just dumb. That's why you be like, she's beyond a pick me. She's a pocked me. She's like, I don't know what she is, but she just really, she's lost. Uh, yeah, I like that. Married to a Vitamix. That's a good idea. I don't know what to say about these individuals, but for me, like I was thinking about the girl, with the one that had the boyfriend with with the shorts. The girl sent a picture of the shorts. She don't know, she didn't say what her body looks like, but if it's anything comparable to the other girl, all she had to do is go get some, they used to have them shorts where your butt cheeks hang out the bottom, or even those underpants that do that. And she should take a picture of her butt with, with that on. It's like, there's two ways to do this. I mean, the dude is already doing, but at least you could go out with a blaze of glory. You know what I mean? So you take your picture of your stuff and you send it to him and say, now which one looks better? And which one is just the one that you like the best? and just see what he says. Because like I said, if you know you've been doing you in the gym and you doing your shit right, your shit should be on tight, should be tight. Because you guys are too young to have bodies that's all fucked up yet. You're only in your 20s. That's supposed to be the prime time of your life where your body should be bam, boom, bum. No cellulite, no fat rolls. Everything's where it's supposed to be, nice and tight. And so if you don't have that kind of body and you are in your 20s, you need to get on your job because you just fucking up. That's the time you should be the hot mama. Shoot, let me find some pictures of me when I was in my 20s. You'll be like, is that you? Damn. But yeah, I don't understand this. I would be wearing dude out. I'd be having pictures of me with other dudes with my legs crossed. So you know how you cross your legs and you turn so it shows your hip on the side because your skirt rides up? I would send him some pictures like that. Pictures of me all hugged up with some other dude and the other dude looking at me like I'm a tasty morsel. I would do some selfies of that. I would wear his fucking ass out. So you want some pictures? I'll give you some. You want some shit to look at? I got you. And then you break up with him. But you do that first. You make him, hurt him over and over and over and over. And that's what you got to do. Oh, is that what they used to call it? That's right, Daisy Dukes. But they also had these panties that are like that, underpants, that are cut done like that. I'm terrible. I don't fight. I just fight, what I told you, I fight fire with a flamethrower. So you going to try to light me up, I'm going to roast your ass. You going to be wishing you hadn't done that. Not that. You're going to wish you had done something else, but not that. So this concludes another wonderful what the fuck Tuesday. Oh my God, these people. Every week it's like you just can't believe that these people are this goofy, and it's like, I know a lot of them are young, they don't know better, and it really hurts my feelings that they are young and they don't have any older women correcting their thought processes and telling them how what they're doing is stupid. They don't have anybody like that. So at least they do write me, but it's all after the fact. I mean, they should have thought to write me before they got themselves this deep into the bullshit, and then I could have helped them, extricate themselves from it earlier. But now they're like knee deep in it. It's gonna be hard to get out. Sometimes they already have kids with the dudes, all kind of stuff. Are they pregnant by the dude? Then it becomes a very complicated situation. Um, it is just unnecessary drama that's going to be taken. They're going to take it on into their, the rest of their lives. That they could have cut that out and just been on, free of that dude and on about, yeah, boy shorts. That's what it's called. So, that's it for tonight, you guys. I'm gonna put some videos up there, some videos of interest. That's why that slide is up there. But I will be back on Thursday, so please come and join me, and then we'll get together on the weekend. I don't know what we're gonna be talking about yet, but I'll figure out something. If you have an advice question you want to submit,